We, the Alephs of the Aleph.
We, the B'nai Brit girls. We, the future of the Jewish people.
In order to form in a perfect order,
a stronger nation,
a better world, establish justice,
Ensure unity in spirit.
promote service and learning,
And declare that our generation will thrive in pursuit of purpose and possibility.
We gather here not as spectators of history,
but as its next officer.
not with perfect conditions. Our ancestors are now still guided by the same principles that shaped them.
To understand and respect our neighbor.
To give ourselves
Always be concerned with the underprivileged and the distressed.
to be kind to others.
We stand in the same
And what could be.
but our hope is not yet.
The children of the diaspora.
The ones who made the present is anybody.
We will build this world.
And shape a future grounded in kindness and justice. Through our actions and voices. We, the students.
The keepers of tradition.
Champions of our communities.
We will pursue justice again and again.
We dedicate our lives.
So our shadows are a sure example of democratic living. We, the future, the masters of our own fate, the leaders destined for this year, the galactic lives. We shall proclaim liberty throughout the land for all. Because we are not free until all are free.
We are responsible for
All people.
anywhere.
These values will always guide us for 100 years and 100 more.
This covenant will
Let our joy ring loud.
let democracy reign over everyone.
Let freedom ring for every soul. We hold these truths to be self-evident.
That we are all created in the image of God.
Because everyone who
The seven in more than 60 countries.
we will
We will continue.
We'll gather together with these words that we saw in the generations he named unto
We would now like to invite CL Matt Grossman and Chair Board Ruth Perlman to join us on stage.
Thank you, that was very kind. everyone. It's wonderful to be here. For those of you who are watching through some kind of communication I don't understand, welcome. It's great to have you here with us as well. If there's a start of school for BBYO, this would be it. This is the transition from summer to school year, and this is where I think the real work begins for the team leaders of this organization. But I don't want to jump directly to the school year yet without celebrating what happened this summer, which is our summer programs, including being back in Israel for the first time in 24 months. More than 1,300 teams from across the globe did something with BBYO this summer. I know many of you in this room were at Perlman camp, you were in Israel, you were other places with us, and what happens on these trips is what makes us a family. When you are traveling with people, when you are staying with people, when you are going through new experiences with people, that's brotherhood and sisterhood, and that's what we're all about. I want to thank my colleagues who put these programs together, who are in this room. They work all year on the school year part of BBYO, and then all of a sudden they're travel agents, they're logistics people, they're making magic. They're moving us around and they're keeping things going, and I have so much respect for the work that they do and so much gratitude for what they bring to life for us. And the thing that stays the same, no matter what the season is, whether it's summer, school year, winter, fall, no matter what we're doing, whether it be traveling together, sitting in a chapter meeting, and joining together at a night like this, there's still something that brings us together. And that's sort of the love we have for each other, the love we have for BBYO, the love we have for our Jewish faith. I want to also just acknowledge there's a lot of parents here tonight. Thank you guys. Thank your parents, please. They've driven you around. They make this possible. I also want to acknowledge a grandmother who's here tonight, Rachel Shankman. Rachel worked for BBYO 40 years ago, 50 years ago?
In 1978 to 1983.
1978 to 1983, was also an advisor in BBYO, raised most of the Alephs and BBGs in Memphis to be the leaders they are today. And it's people like you, Rachel, that make this organization just so incredibly special. I'm going to introduce a little more royalty with a grandparent or related to a grandparent in this room in a minute. And that's, of course, our new board chair, Ruth Perlman. But before doing that, I just want to ask you guys to just indulge me on 3 quick topics. One of them is about what BBYO does for the Jewish community. One of them is about what we do for each other. And the last one, and I swear this will all make sense when it comes together, is why the 10 most populated countries on planet Earth should all be a little afraid of you. We'll get to it in a second. So in terms of what BBYO does for the Jewish community, we had a wonderful conversation yesterday in DC with our international family who was in town about this topic of pluralism. I want to just dive into that for a second because this is something we do so well that the rest of the Jewish community hasn't yet figured out, and we got to take responsibility for teaching them. We're pluralistic. This is on purpose, not by accident, not as a compromise. It's a strategy. It's a value. In this room tonight, there are teams who believe all sorts of different things about what it means to be Jewish, what it means to celebrate the Jewish faith, how you practice being Jewish, and guess what? You're all welcome. You're all right. You're all a part of what makes BBYO BBYO. Our pluralism is one that is rooted in inclusivity. Inclusivity is one of BBYO's 4 core values. We don't just invite others into our community, we welcome them in as siblings. And we ask them to join us in building the community. We don't test people to make sure they are Jewish enough. We don't do that. We welcome them. I want to talk to you about just one way in which I see inclusivity being important to us. And I think in the future, we're going to see a Judaism not stratified by the different denominations that we refer to these days, but in the future, I think there's going to be an inclusive part of Judaism and a prescribed part of Judaism. Neither are right or wrong, but it's just the way we're going to end up falling as a community. The inclusive part of Judaism will be connected by institutions, clergy, educators, artists, and others who intentionally seek out and invite connections between diverse people with a broad range of perspectives, practices, and ideas in the spirit of learning, in the spirit of finding meaning, in the spirit of community. They seek to accommodate the inclusive ones. They celebrate, really. They celebrate the differences, the different needs, the different practices of this community. Their diversity is their strength. It ferments growth in numbers, thought, and meaning. That's who we are. We're the inclusive ones. I want to jump now to what we do for each other in that spirit. And here's the part I want you to think about over these next few days, because in these next few days, you're together in a safe space where you can be you. And that's something that's not as common these days as it used to be. And you've heard it. People talk about how hard it is to be a Jewish teen these days. I visit BBYO events, so I don't see it at all. I see the joy of being a Jewish teen. I'm not going to stand up here and pretend otherwise, though, and I don't think you'd respect me if I tried. But some of you have had a rough year at school, online, in your cities, just because you're a Jew. BBYO's whole motto runs on each of us having each other's back. And I mean that literally. I've seen the pictures of you carrying each other around summer programs. You have each other's back. When a teen in your chapter is struggling, you don't wait for an adult to take notice. You show up. When your movement needs joy, you don't wait for permission. You plan an event. When an AZA or BBG is in pain or suffering a loss, you show up. You bring the joy. You make the newest member feel like they've been around forever. There's a line from the Talmud, Kol Yisrael, Haravim Zeh B'Zeh, every Jew is responsible for one another. This is your job description if you're on a board of a BBYO, of an ACA or BBG or BBYO chapter or region. This is your job description. It means being the person who notices when someone else is missing. That's what we do. That's how we find each other. That's how we take care of each other. So this year, keep doing your best. Check in on each other. Look out for each other. Bring joy on purpose. Don't wait for it to show up. Being a creator of joy, that's not extracurricular to leadership. That is leadership. That's what we do. So lastly, I mentioned 10 countries in the world. All right, top 10 most populated countries in the world. I don't need to tell you what they are, but I will tell you that the leaders of more than a third of humanity's population have an average age of 73. These are the leaders of the top 10 most populated countries in the world. That is not a kippah. And it's also not a knock on 73-year-olds. Some of my favorite people are actually 73. But let's be honest about the math. These are largely not going to be the people to solve climate change or figure out AI or end conflicts that were started a generation before them. These people are from the 1900s. I knew the parents left. You know what the average age in this room is? Not 73. And you know what? And you know what you already know how to do because BBYO taught it to you before anyone else did? You know how to organize people. You know how to run meetings. You know how to bring people together. You know how to build coalitions. You know how to compromise with someone you disagree with and still call them a friend. You know how to take responsibility for people who are counting on you. The world is being run by people who are on average 3 times your age. They're using instincts formed in a completely different century. That gap could be a crisis, but it also could be an opportunity. And I know which one I'm betting on, because I'm betting on all of you. Many of these 10 leaders won't be alive in 10 years, and you guys will still be in your 20s. You have the advantage. Time is on your side. Technology is on your side. Hope is on your side. BBYO has prepared you for all of this. And it's time for you to take advantage of it. It's time to show the world who you are, who we are, and what we stand for. So go out there and do it, and let tonight, be the start of the school year that you own, that you bring the joy that we stand for to the rest of the world. So thank you for including me in this incredible team moment as a non-team. I mentioned before we have some royalty in the room. If you look all the way down in that corner, you will see Anita M. Perlman with words that she shared with BBGs probably 60, 70 years ago. I think some of you can see the traditions and values spinning around in a circle there for BBG. These are things she wrote. These are things she gave to us. And she also gave us her granddaughter, who's with us tonight, and who is, as I mentioned before, BBYO's new board chair, who is my partner in making sure that everyone in this room has everything they need to do the good work that you do around the world for the Jewish people. And with that, I'd like to invite up Ruth Perlman.
Thank you so much, Pat. It is such a joy for me to be here representing the Board of Directors, and it's a true honor and privilege to steward the legacy of my grandmother, Anita M. Perlman, who founded BBG. This full circle moment is so incredibly meaningful to me and my family, and I'm absolutely thrilled that I get to install our new Godol N'siah. And I think it's time for that right now. On behalf of the powers vested in me by BBYO's Board of Directors, it is my honor to hereby install you, Adi Shankman, as the 102nd Grand Aleph Godol of the Aleph Godol, and charge you with all the duties pertaining to this high and honorable office. And now, by the powers vested in me by BBYO's Board of Directors, I hereby install you, Kayla Hertzberg, as the 82nd Anita M. Perlman International N'siah of the B'nai B'rith Girls, and charge you with all the duties pertaining to this high honorable office. Congratulations. I'm very, very excited for all that lies ahead. As I said earlier tonight, we on the board are here to serve you in your vision, and I think you're all going to be doing an incredible job together as we go into the next chapter of our movement, and I couldn't be more thrilled again to be here with all of you. Thank you.
The officers will take their stations, and the grand order of the Aleph Aleph will come to order. Aleph Shoter Godol.
Aleph Godol.
Are all present members of AZA, BBYO, or guests?
All present are members of AZA, BBYO, or guests.
Aleph Sagan.
Aleph Godol.
See that the Shoter Katon is on guard and knows their duties.
Aleph Shoter Katon. The movement is about to study some of the beautiful symbols of Judaism and patriotism. See that we are not disturbed by idlers.
Aleph Shoter Katon.
Aleph Godol. The movement is safe from intrusion.
Aleph Sagan. Why did you seek admission to this order?
To join with those Jews who have dedicated their youth to clean living so that they may become manly men.
Manly men. Aleph Laskir. What are the qualifications for membership?
To be a Jew of good moral character and to be filled with a desire to be helpful.
Aleph Shoter Katon. Please present the colors of our countries.
Aleph Godol. I have the honor to present the colors of our countries. Currently, BBYO exists in 63 countries and territories around the world. This evening, I will be presenting the colors of our countries that are here with us tonight. The blue, white, and yellow of Argentina. The red and white of Austria. The red, green, and white of Bulgaria. The red and white of Canada. The yellow, blue, and red of Colombia. The red, white, and blue of Croatia. The white, red, and blue of the Czech Republic. The red, black, and yellow of Germany. The red, white, and green of Hungary. The blue and white of Israel. The red, white, and green of Italy. The red and white of Japan. The green, white, and red of Mexico. The red, white, and blue of the Netherlands. The blue, red, and white of Panama. The white and red of Poland. The red, white, and blue of Slovakia. The red, green, black, yellow, and blue of South Africa. The red and yellow of Spain. The blue, white, and red of Taiwan. The blue and yellow of Ukraine. The red, green, white, and black of the United Arab Emirates. The red, white, and blue of the United Kingdom. The red, white, and blue of the United States of America. And the yellow, white, and blue of Uruguay.
Wow.
Aleph Kohen Gadol, Dan Mezistrano, the 100 Grand Aleph Godol of the Aleph Sadiq Aleph. You will now lead us in prayer. Please rise.
Our Father, who art in heaven and in our hearts, we humbly ask thee to help us to be worthy sons of thee, to lead clean lives, to think clean thoughts, and to do decent deeds. Help us to be good Jews, loyal countrymen, honorable comrades, and worthy of the commendation of all good men.
I now declare this meeting of the Grand Order of the Aleph Sadiq Aleph open for business. Aleph Shoter Gadol, inform the Aleph Shoter Katon. Our brother and sibling Alephs and BBGs. Our brother and sibling Alephs.
Our sister and sibling BBGs.
Colleagues, alumni, honored guests, family, and friends. Welcome to BBYO's 2026 International August Executives Conference. We gather as a movement with immense pride. This evening, we take the reins of a movement that for more than a century has been built, sustained, and led by teens who believe in the power of young Jews to shape what comes next.
It is a privilege to be with you all as we begin a year that will influence the future of the Jewish people and our generation. The world can feel fast, loud, and unsettled, changing quicker than we can track, leaving us unsure of what comes next.
That uncertainty is exactly what Rabbi Tarfon addresses in Pirkei Avot. He says it is not your duty to finish the work, but neither are you at the liberty to desist from it. When we made the choice to run for office and lead, we sought to embrace obligations and responsibilities for our people. to lead, to grow, and to care for ourselves, for our communities, and for the world. None of us have all the answers, and no one expects us to. What's asked of us is simply to give the year everything we have.
We may not solve everything this year. That was never the assignment. We're here to assess and to adapt. Where are we now? Where do we want to be? And how do we get there?
The first question demands honesty, naming what works and what doesn't without softening it for the sake of the room. The second demands imagination, choosing what we truly want, not just defending what we inherited. And the third demands all of us, because nothing decided here matters until it reaches everyone who is not in this room.
Proverbs teaches, without a vision, the people perish. Jews have always been a people of vision, a people whose heroes weren't just dreamers, but builders. That's our charge now, to unite around a vision for the future we intend to build. A future where Jewish identity is compelling, joyful, and proud, where stepping forward isn't an act of fear, but an act of defiance, strength, and pride, because we know we are made for more.
Judaism has persisted across 2/3 of modern human history because we've adapted, inspired, and offered meaning. Every day across the Grand Order of the Aleph Godol and the International Order of the B'nai B'rith Girls, we work to encourage our peers to grab a hold of something enormous, their Jewish identity. We open the door and let teens decide for themselves how they want to embrace their Judaism. That's the job. Not by convincing anyone of anything, but ensuring that the Jewish experiences we are creating are relevant, resonant, and real enough that they want to walk through.
So, how do we bring others with us? We become the bridge. We share the vision, we take each other's hands, and we show our peers they can be the bridge for someone else. That's how it's always worked. You invite someone in, and they welcome all those not yet here. A real vision has gravity. It pulls people in. It turns bystanders into builders.
And this weekend, we, as the 102nd executive body, we double down on that belief in being bridges. AZA and BBG, teens and staff, supporters and stakeholders across ages, backgrounds, and continents, it's our turn to carry forward a bold vision for a vibrant Jewish future. A future that is welcoming, ever increasingly pluralistic and inspiring, built by teams who work together, lift up one another, and use their collective strength to make the world better. This is how we change history. This is how we make history.
We get it. It's a hard time to be publicly, proudly Jewish. We feel it online, in our schools, our communities, and every time we turn on the news. In many ways, it feels like a more challenging, darker moment to be Jewish. But we are not defined by Judaism's darkest hours or the world's greatest challenges. We rally from our historic strengths, from being the world's oldest global people, from traditions rooted in justice, compassion, dignity, and hope. We are ancient, but we celebrate youth. We know suffering, but we choose repair. We know the worst of humanity, but we also know how to rejoice.
We're inspired by our values. We're empowered by the generations who worked before us, and we're confident we have everything we need to take this next year by storm.
To everyone here in Virginia, and to those joining us online from across the globe, thank you. Your presence affirms a simple truth at the heart of every movement. Its strength is not measured by the few who lead it, but by the many who bring it to life. When thousands lend their voice, creativity, and conviction, a movement becomes unstoppable. Participation is power, and tonight, that power is unmistakable.
That's why BBYO recently completed a new strategic plan, a roadmap designed to launch our second century from a place of unprecedented strength, reach, and impact. The vision you're hearing tonight aligns with that plan and is grounded in its priorities. We all feel the needs around us moving.
The questions are bigger, and the stakes for our movement, our communities, and our generation continue to rise. But moments like this are not new to the Jewish people. Again and again, young people throughout our tradition's history have stepped forward in times of uncertainty and helped shape what comes next.
David was just delivering food when he saw a giant everyone else feared. He didn't have armor or experience, only the clarity to recognize that sometimes the person who sees the problem most clearly is the one who must act.
Miriam was still a child at the Nile, yet she stepped toward Pharaoh's daughter with courage far beyond her years. She understood instinctively that waiting for someone older wasn't an option.
Centuries later, a group of young Maccabees looked at a world where Judaism was being erased, and they refused to accept it. They didn't wait for permission or for someone older to intervene. They lit a spark of resistance that changed the course of our people.
In the Middle Ages, during the Inquisition, it was often young Jews who hid texts, protected teachers, and carried traditions across borders. They preserved Judaism not with power, but with quiet bravery. They chose action when silence would have been safer.
In the Warsaw Ghetto, Mordecai Ananevich was just a couple years older than us when he led a resistance the world thought impossible. He stood up because no one else could, proving that courage isn't measured in years, it's measured in conviction.
And as Israel was taking shape, young leaders like Godol, who began organizing as a teenager, helped rally communities, raise resources, and build the institutions that would become the backbone of the Jewish state.
Across generations, the pattern repeats. Young Jews step forward before the path is clear, before they feel prepared, and before anyone expects it of them. They act not because they believe they're destined for greatness, but because something inside of them refuses to stay small. And tonight, that same pattern is unfolding again, because this moment, this year, this movement, our global community and our generation is asking for more. And we are answering. We are made for more.
Jewish teens everywhere are looking for more. More connection in a fractured world. More purpose in an uncertain time. More safety, more solidarity, more inspiration. Our peers are searching for a place where impact is possible, contribution is meaningful, and pride in being Jewish feels real. A place where belonging is authentic and leadership is within reach.
And the Jewish community is looking for more too. More opportunities to engage, more entry points, more ways to celebrate the full spectrum of Jewish identity, more options for teens who don't see themselves reflected in traditional institutions, more partnerships, more original ideas, more bold risks, and more voices from every corner of the Jewish world stepping forward to shape what comes next.
That's why this moment belongs to us. The 102nd and 82nd International Boards, the 102nd Executive Body, the next generation of Jewish teen leaders. Because BBYO was built for moments like this. Because BBYO has always been made for more.
We're committed to leading with open ears and open minds, to learn from chapters and communities around the world, elevate voices that haven't always been heard, and make decisions that reflect the diversity of experiences across our order. Because the future we're building belongs to every Aleph and every BBG.
To shape our vision for the year ahead, we start with the heart of our movement, our members. BBYO is entering a new era of expansion, in reach, in impact, and in possibility. Across the globe, communities are strengthening chapters, revitalizing them, and launching new ones so Jewish teens everywhere have a place to grow, lead, and learn.
And still, there are so many Jewish teens we haven't yet reached. Teens searching for a place to belong. They're out there, seeking a space where they can be exactly as they are. We must redouble our outreach and recruitment in every community we serve. More than ever, now is a time when every Jewish teen should know this community is here, can be theirs, and that they are wanted.
But growth is only possible if the experience is strong. We know every chapter looks different. Some are thriving, some are rebuilding, and some are just getting started. That's why we're strengthening year-round support for teens and staff, with more training, mentorship, and direct coaching on rituals and tradition. Why we're focused on sending as many teens to CLTC each summer as possible. And why we're more committed than ever to encouraging members and upperclassmen to launch new chapters. We want every chapter, regardless of size, geography, or circumstance, to have the tools to become become the healthiest version of itself.
Because our movement's strength is our chapters. Chapters are where Jewish identity is explored, where confidence is built, where leadership is practiced, and where friendships become a lifelong family. That's our standard for this year. Grow the movement by strengthening the chapter experience.
Our commitment to excellence doesn't end when the school year does. For generations, BBYO's summer programs have been the moments that change everything for teens. We have seen them arrive unsure and leave with confidence, friendships, purpose, and a deeper connection to Judaism and one another.
CLTC, ILTC, Kala, ILSI, Passport, and the growing network of BBYO summer leadership experiences across Latin America, Europe, and beyond. These aren't just programs, they're turning points. This past summer, CLTC reached its largest class since the pandemic. ILTC spots were filled months ahead of schedule, and International Kala nearly sold out before the session began. Teens are excited for experiences that challenge them, inspire them, and connect them. And summer 2027 will meet that demand with greater reach and access.
This summer marks the full return of Israel travel. After several complicated years in the Middle East, BBYO is once again leading the way in providing transformative summers in Israel to Jewish teens. Passport and ILSI will continue to bring teens back to the land that shapes our history, identity, and future. And we're committed to ensuring these experiences remain safe, powerful, and accessible for as many teens as possible.
Our goal for summer 2027 is simple. Every chapter represented. The data is clear. Chapters that consistently send teens to summer programs perform better year-round. Investing in summer means investing in chapter health. And investing in chapter health means investing in the future of AZA and BBG by giving as many teens as possible the chance to grow, to lead, and to discover who they can become.
And of course, this February, thousands of Olives and BBGs will gather in Baltimore for IC 2027. An experience shaped by shared values, strengthened by diverse stories, and powered by the global Jewish community. IC is our annual chance to show the world what Jewish teens can build when we come together with purpose and pride.
IC isn't the destination, it's the catalyst. What happens in Baltimore matters because of what follows. The ideas our peers bring home, the energy they infuse into their chapters, and the purpose they carry into the year ahead. Inspiration is only the beginning, but let us be clear. Action is the goal.
And IC 2027 will push even further. We're designing an experience that gives teens real tools, clear pathways, and tangible strategies to strengthen their chapters the moment they return home. For 5 days, Baltimore will be our laboratory, a place to learn, to celebrate, and to imagine boldly. We'll get to explore all the ways that we can rise to meet this moment, because our movement has always been made for more.
Our founders believed in the power of team leadership, and more than 100 years later, we keep proving them right. Through our emerging campaign, Seek for the Future, we will work with all of you to expand opportunities for Olives, VBGs, and Jewish teams to serve in real, voting leadership roles on the boards of Jewish organizations worldwide, with more than 50 local, national, and international organizations already engaged in our initiative. This change ensures teens have both a seat and a vote in shaping the Jewish future, because the decisions being made about us must include our perspectives and our voices.
And our leadership won't stop at the chapter or community level. Through Voice or Vote, our biennial movement-wide democracy initiative, powered by the Miller Institute for Democracy, we will once again mobilize teens across the United States ahead of November's midterm elections. Hundreds of teens will volunteer at polling stations and lead voter registration drives across the country. We have both the opportunity and the responsibility to educate thousands of teens
And let us be clear, democracy isn't an American member priority. Teams around the world are watching elections unfold in their own cities and countries. Our commitment is to help all of you and our members everywhere to explore these moments thoughtfully through education, dialogue, and experiences that build civic literacy. We'll follow and educate around Israel's crucial upcoming election throughout the order, and will support dozens of chapters in hosting relationship-building events with elected leaders at every level of society.
When teens are at the table, everyone benefits. We inspire urgency. We offer creativity. We encourage innovation. We are unreasonable in exactly the way progress requires. Through See for the Future, Voice Your Vote, and our year-round community organizing, we bring our voices to the ballot box, to the boardroom, and to every space where decisions are made.
Our Jewish identity is something to celebrate, not something to manage. Anti-Semitism wants Jewish teens to become smaller, quieter, and easier to overlook. Our answer will be the opposite.
We will become louder. We will become prouder. We will become more connected to one another, and we will champion the full spectrum of Jewish life. Every practice, every background, every pathway. Pluralism is the foundation of who we are as BBYO. We've always been for every Jewish teen, anywhere and everywhere. When teens see that every expression of Judaism belongs, they see that they belong too.
Thriving means widening our embrace, not narrowing it. There is no single right way to be Jewish, only a teen's own way, and our job is to make room for all of them. We are deepening our commitment to pluralism across our movement and modeling it for the Jewish world. A community where difference is not a challenge to overcome, rather a strength to build upon.
And that embrace extends beyond our doors. Across North America, in Israel, and around the world, synagogue movements, denominations, and Jewish institutions are seeking new ways to reach teens, and the momentum around partnership with BBYO is growing.
BBYO is the world's largest pluralistic platform for Jewish youth, a home that can reach every young Jew anywhere. With the right partners across our community and throughout society, we can build more on-ramps, more touch points, and more meaningful pathways for teens to engage deeply with Jewish life.
Our connection to Israel remains a vital part of our story, not only as geography, but as responsibility, as history, and as a shared future. Looking to the year ahead, we're going to continue deepening educational experiences, strengthening partnerships, and creating more room for honest, meaningful conversations about Israel and all its complexity.
And now that we're back to bringing hundreds of teens to Israel, BBYO Passport, in partnership with Route 1, will continue expanding opportunities for even more teens to travel to Israel and build the kinds of memories that shape Jewish identity for a lifetime.
And this return comes at the perfect moment. Our new global Mifgashim initiative, powered by a growing partnership with Mosaic United, will connect hundreds of teens from Maccabi Tzayir Israel with thousands of BBYO teens across the diaspora. Already proven transformative through summer experiences, these encounters will now happen year-round on 6 continents, giving teens the chance to build real friendships, share perspectives, and experience Jewish people, but in a way that redefines identity.
As these connections grow, we're embracing Israel with honesty, curiosity, and empathy, honoring both its beauty and its struggles. We're committed to empowering every teen to engage with Israel in all its nuance and possibility, and equipping our generation to champion a reimagined Zionism that expresses Israel as the Jewish state we envision, one that truly reflects the values of our heritage and our generation.
These relationships matter. They remind us that the Jewish story is bigger than any one community and stronger when we learn from one another. And tonight, we proudly recognize Lota, the first Maccabi Tzayir Israel team to be elected to BBYO's International Board since our partnership began 15 years ago.
strengthens us all. This is how we move forward, by building real, lasting connections. When teens throughout the world form deep relationships with Israelis, Israel becomes more than a place, it becomes personal, and it becomes a part of who we are and who we will become.
A strong movement depends on what happens at every stage of a teen's journey. From the moment they walk into their first chapter meeting to the moment they become alumni. And that journey doesn't decline as teens get older, it evolves. Upperclassmen need different opportunities, different responsibilities, and different ways to lead than younger members. Retaining them and empowering them is essential to chapter strength and our movement's success.
So that every junior and senior across our order, we declare there's no fading out anymore. After years of showing up, leading programs, recruiting members, and building your communities, you too deserve experiences that challenge you, inspire you, and help you keep growing. That's why we're creating experiences designed specifically for upperclassmen, celebrating Senior Appreciation Month in October, launching exclusive in-person experiences for juniors and seniors across the International Leadership Network, broadening pathways towards launching new chapters, mentoring chapters, and offering more opportunities for you to give back to the movement while also enjoying new experiences designed specifically for you.
And when your time as a teen concludes, you don't leave the movement. Your lifetime membership carries you into a global network that spans generations forever. BBYO's Alumni Association is one of the largest and most influential Jewish networks in the world. Our alumni, BBYO, with hundreds of thousands of alumni leading in business, education, politics, the arts, and Jewish life. Our alumni have built lives that reflect all that their BBYO experience gave them, and they are eager to give back.
Alumni should be embraced to our greatest advantage by mentoring chapter boards, supporting programs, opening professional doors, sharing expertise, hosting gatherings, partnering with communities, and helping teens imagine what leadership looks like beyond high school. By globalizing consistent alumni engagement, we're expanding opportunities for alumni to plug in, locally, nationally, and globally, so their experience becomes a resource for every chapter and every team.
Upperclassmen and alumni are not separate worlds. They're a continuum of leadership and Jewish communal practice. When seniors stay engaged, chapters stay strong. When alumni stay connected, teens gain role models and doors open. And when both groups feel valued, BBYO most meaningfully achieves its vision of strengthening the Jewish world in significant and lasting ways.
Tonight, you, the 102nd Executive Body, will vote to adopt our shared platform for the year ahead. When you vote, you're not endorsing a list of ideas. You're embracing a plan you are joining us to build and implement together as one team.
A century ago, Sam Bieber and Anita Perlman couldn't have imagined this room. Thousands of Jewish teens gathered from across the globe, facing challenges and opportunities they never could have foreseen. But they imagined us. The generation of young Jewish teens who would keep building, keep leading, and keep believing that we can change the world.
They understood something our tradition has taught for thousands of years, that creation is never finished. Ma'aseh Breshit, the work of creation, didn't end on the sixth day. Our sages teach that God left the world intentionally incomplete so that human beings could become partners in its unfolding. Creation continues every time a young person steps forward and adds something only they can bring. Every act of courage, every moment of leadership, and every choice to build rather than wait.
Even creation was left unfinished, and maybe that's the point. Our work is meant to be carried forward, generation to generation, each one adding its own story to the chapter. We can't step back from the tasks ahead, because those who follow us are counting on us to pass our people's purpose to them, strengthened, renewed, and ready for them to shape in their own way. Every generation inherits unfinished work. Every generation is made for more.
Where there is no vision, the people perish. But when there is a vision, the people can thrive. Our founders gave us theirs. Now we carry our own. The very task of changing the world for the better, the idea that built this movement a century ago, is just as pertinent today. The work we accomplish this year will inspire the vision of all those that come next. Our founders were made for this moment. We are made for ours, and we are made for more.
Tonight we embrace our own Ma'aseh Bereshit. Tomorrow is our seventh day. It's for us to define as we see fit.
To our professional colleagues, the educators, mentors, and partners who stand beside us every day, thank you. Your wisdom, your steadiness, and your belief in the power of Jewish teens makes this movement possible. You help us dream, sharpen our leadership, and build a future rooted in impact, belonging, and Jewish pride. We are beyond grateful to walk into this next chapter with all of you.
To the Grand and International Boards, Mazel Tov on this defining moment. Your election is not just an honor, it's a responsibility. You are stepping into roles that will shape the direction of our movement and the experience of thousands of teens worldwide. Lead with vision, innovate with courage, hold your communities with compassion. You will set the tone for what BBYO becomes next.
To every Aleph and BBG, this movement belongs to you. Be proud, be bold, celebrate being Jewish in every way, lead fearlessly, strengthen your chapter, support one another, and take your seat at the table. The strength of our movement has always come from the choices teens make every day: to show up, to welcome others, to build community, and to lead with heart. The future of the Jewish people isn't waiting somewhere ahead of us. It's being built by us right now, through your actions, your ideas, and your courage. What you build this year will echo for generations. We were made for more.
We promise to give AZA and BBG our all. We are beyond grateful for this opportunity, and we cannot wait to see where this year takes us. Thank you for your trust and your support.
Now let's get to work. Fraternally submitted.
With undying love.
For the Grand Order of the Aleph Godol.
And the International Order of the B'nai B'rith Girls.
Northern Region East DC Council number 54.
Northern Region East Baltimore Council number 59.
My heart and home, Malach AZA number 2461.
My heart and home, Orly BBG number 179.
We forever remain Aleph Adi Shankman, your 102nd Grand Aleph Godol.
And Kayla Hertzberg, your 82nd Anita M. Perlman International N'siah.
By the power vested in me by BBYO Inc. and the Grand Order of the Aleph Godol, I officially install you, Aleph Lucas William Jaffe, as BBYO's 9th Grand Aleph Godol. By the power vested in me by BBYO Inc. and the Grand Order of the Aleph Godol, I officially install you, Olive Naftali Amitai Thompson Tylov, as BBYO's 38th Grand Aleph Godol. By the power vested in me by BBYO Inc. and the Grand Order of the Aleph Tzadik Aleph, I officially install you, Aleph Noah Adam Lowe, as BBYO's 102nd Grand Aleph Mazkir. By the power vested in me by BBYO Inc. and the Grand Order of the Aleph Tzadik Aleph, I officially install you, Aleph Kobe Weitzman, as BBYO's 36th Grand Aleph Moreh. By the power vested in me by BBYO Inc. and the Grand Order of the Aleph Tzadik Aleph, I officially install you, Aleph Jonah David Wolf, as BBYO's 102nd Grand Aleph Sagan.
By BBYO Inc., I hereby install you, Sophie Brookliner, as the 82nd International Saganit of the B'nai B'rith Girls. By the power invested in me by BBYO Inc., I hereby install you, Zara Brooklewitz, as the 35th International Aim Ha Havarot of the B'nai B'rith Girls.
Now, before we hand the gavels back to Adi and Kayla, Executive Body, we have a question for you.
Is there a motion to accept the ACA and BBG inaugural address given by your 102nd Grand Aleph Godol, Adi Shakeman, and your 82nd Anita M, Perlman International N'siah, Kayla Hertzberg?
The chair recognizes Northern Region East. Is there a second? Is there any dissent?
Seeing none and hearing none, we will now officially turn the meeting back over to Kayla and Adi.
Now that our business has ended, it is our hope that we have carried on our deliberations in a manner befitting the great organization of which we are a part. Let us now leave with free and joyous hearts and with minds that are filled with the thoughts and deeds that are pure and noble. Will the shower and Hubbard, Haley Waltash, please join us in reading the closing prayer?
Little by little, day by day, what's meant for you will find its way.
I now declare this meeting officially adjourned. Let us all now join hands in a friendship circle and sing our international BBG song.
We now join together in our tradition's prayer to thank God for having reached this beautiful moment. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'echianu v'kimanu v'hiyanu b'zman hazeh
executive body embarks on yet another year, may it be filled with all of the blessings that we might extend to you in this moment. And more than anything, having offered this song to many words before you, I just want you to feel the generosity of time that you have here. Make the most of the time that you have with each other. Make the most of the year that you have in these positions. And we will bless you with your joy.
May I suggest to you, may I suggest this is the best part of your life. May I suggest this time is blessed for you, this time is blessed and shining almost blinding bright. Just turn your head and you'll begin to see the thousand reasons that were just beyond your sight. The reasons why I suggest to you, why I suggest this is the best part of your life.
There is a world that's been addressed to you, intended only for your eyes. A secret world, like a treasure chest to you, of fine scenes and brilliant dreams that mesmerize. A lover's trusting smile, a tiny baby's hands, the million stars that fill the turning sky at night. And I suggest you, I suggest this is the best part of your life.
There is a hope that's been expressed in you, the hope of 7 generations, maybe more. And this is the faith that they invest in you. It's that you'll do one better than was done before. Inside you know, inside you understand, inside you know what's yours to finally set right. And I suggest, yes I suggest to you, yes I suggest this is the best part of your life.
This is a song, comes from the west to you, comes from the west, comes from the slowly setting sun. With a request of you, to see how very short the endless days will run.
And when they're gone, and when the dark descends, will we give anything for one more hour of life? And I suggest this is the best part of your life. And I suggest this is the best part of your life.
Thank you all so much for joining us here tonight. We now invite you to join us in the garden atrium just outside for dessert. And let's head back here at 10.